Well, this was our unboxing of WW Pledge of Street Fighter. Now it's time to choose a worthy opponent. Shall we continue? So, I want to welcome Mr. K.
That's me. How do you do it? Sorry, you can. Sorry about that. I told him that I would pay him for making the game, for building it.
And he didn't pay anything.
Here's a coin.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I can spend this wisely.
So, what did you think while making the game? Did you like any components in particular?
I like the minis.
There's a ton of minis. We just put some of them in here. I think there's just as many as you can see here are back in the boxes. And these are absolutely stunning. I mean, if you calculate how many minis are in here, the quality of it and all the components that are in it, including that they are pre-painted, I think that this game was a bargain for the Kickstarter. I'm definitely eager to play it. And yeah, my favorite character, he's placed in the middle of the board, he's Blanca. I can't remember him since my childhood. I think I was like 10 years old and I was playing with Blanca for no other reason that he's an absolute beast.
He's green.
Don't hold it against him. Yeah, it's not easy being green.
It reminds me of an orc.
Well, actually, now that you mention it, in the story, he's not an orc. He's a very good friend of General Guile. And he was taken captive by the kindest person in the world, Mr. Bison. Yeah, he's a very misunderstood person. All he wants is just to be rich and conquer everything. I don't know why people hate him. Oh well. I can definitely tell you, it's actually a movie spoiler here, but he mentioned it to Chun-Li at once, that Chun-Li told him a story about her village that was utterly destroyed by Mr. Bison. And he said that he didn't remember it, so Chun-Li asked why. And he said that, okay, it was the most important day of your life. For me it was Tuesday.
I also like the 3D environment, all these pieces, the trees, the elephants. I mean, they're massive. They're huge.
I think I have scanned a little bit the rulebook, and I didn't pay much attention to the terrain, but I think it's interactive.
You can throw a table to another person.
Oh no, it has pizza on it? What's that? I would never throw that table.
Yeah, me too. Let's eat it afterwards. So let's throw this table which is empty.
Yep. That table is definitely a tavern table. It's like playing Dungeons and Dragons. It always breaks for for no reason in the first fight. I haven't read the rulebook. I'm gonna do that tomorrow because it seems very, very interesting and very fun to play.
Yes.
So you've got your character. So you select one character, Chun-Li for example, and you get her card and her deck. Aside from that, you also get one of the counters to count your health and your power bar or something like that.
And your blessings.
Your blessings. During the game, after you set up the board and you place your characters in it, as far as I understand, you alternate turns with your opponent and you simply try to play a normal Street Fighter game when one of you is knocked out. Hopefully the opponent and not me, because at this point I'm playing this beautiful woman, Chun-Li, and this guy is obviously the bad guy. He's Sagat. So, what do? During your turn, you get to move. You start with some cards in your hand, like 5 cards for the first turn, and then you get to move, and after moving, you get to do 2 more options. Like, you can move again, or you can play a card from your hand, you can draw 2 cards, or you can play your Ultra, your superpower, which is printed on the character card. So I play cards, I attack you, you play with your own cards, and maybe you have some responses to play. And actually, I think that is the game, and I believe that's just the way I like it. Fast, simple, and fun. I haven't played it yet. I'm gonna come back with an actual review after playing it. What I didn't mention, of course, is that my attack doesn't end there. I mean, the card in itself will tell you that you have to roll some dice. And if they're not good enough, you can actually throw them at your opponent's head. I mean, the miniature's head, yeah. You have a lot of boards.
Double-sided
boards, and I think we've got an expansion with more boards. So we have more places to play.
The map's expansion, as we showed earlier.
Many components. I don't know if they have a special rule for each one of them. I mean, I can see some elephants, I can see some trees, some other kinds of trees. There's a whole rack of rockets over there. I hope it doesn't explode. Be careful, it might explode. And what is this? There are some crates. I'm just looking if it says Acme anywhere. There's 40 cards for each character, and only the characters that we put on the table are over 15, so you just calculate the number of cards. It's awesome. And there's another expansion which includes Akuma and Mr. Bison.
Yeah.
Well, this introduces a new aspect to the game. Well, usually you get to play with your friend like 1 versus 1, 2 versus 2, 3 versus 3, or maybe a free-for-all of teams of 2, so you can play up to 6 players. That expansion over there, the boss expansion, as I've seen, it introduces the 2 bosses, and you can either play a mega boss battle like Akuma versus Bison, or you can choose to play one of the bosses versus 3 other players. You always play against 3 characters because obviously the bosses are absolutely powerful and they're gonna smash everything. Not your table, this table. No. Yeah.
Eventually, the table.
Yeah. I've seen some pictures like, what?
Yeah.
I don't see Honda here. We should have put Honda out. Or did you think he was a car or something? Oh, it does have a car now that we mention it.
Honda?
Oh, the game has a car.
The game has a car, as we showed you.
And then you can break up the car, you can destroy it.
If you're right, or can. If you can.
Or maybe if you can. Now, I'll say that I'm impressed with the quality versus price. I mean, it's...
even though it was an expensive pledge, it was about 300...
yeah, the pledge was, if I remember correctly, the total pledge and the add-ons came up to $350, and I'm not even gonna mention the shipping costs. But in the end of the day, I can tell you for sure that it was definitely worth it. It's something that I'm not gonna regret for sure. I mean, even if you paid that amount just for the miniatures, it would be worth it. So in any case, if any of you heard the prices here, just don't mention them to my wife.
He didn't buy them.
No, it was a gift.
It was a gift.
Yeah.
From the company. From the
Scout's honor.
Thank you, Jasko.
So I think that went quite well.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
it was nice.
I have to say that Jasko did a really nice production with this one, despite everything. You know, it's I think it came out very nice. And what I've heard, the best of these things is that we're expecting to see maybe in this year a Kickstarter of the same type of game, actually a compatible game with Mortal Kombat.
Really?
And to that, all I have to say is one thing. Get over here!